You know what I've decided? I'm done pretending Valentine's Day doesn't get to me. Because it does. Every year. And I think the pretending is worse than just admitting it. Like, every February, we all collectively agree to play this game where we are meant to be above it. Oh, it's just a commercial holiday. Oh, we're not doing anything this year. Oh, we don't need a day to tell us we love each other. And somehow, magically, it still manages to crawl under your skin. Because when you tell yourself you don't care, you're still swimming in it. You can't open your phone without being hit by red and pink and hearts. You can't walk past a shop without being reminded that love is apparently something you buy, wrapped in cellophane with a price tag attached. And suddenly, it's not just a day, it's a performance. Who did it best? Who spent the most? Who looks the most loved? Biggest bunch of flowers delivered to the office, public enough that everyone can see. But God forbid love happens quietly. Cards posted on social media, captions carefully written, proof provided. Look at me. Look how wanted I am. Look how well I'm being loved. And if you're not part of that, if you're single or broke or just not in a relationship that performs well for an audience, then it's like the day is pointing at you going, see? This is what you're missing. This is what you should have by now, which is such bullshit. Honestly, fuck Valentine's Day. Because somewhere along the line, it stopped being about affection or connection or even romance and became about competition, about doing love properly, about doing it visibly, about doing it expensively. Like there's a right way to be loved. And if you're not hitting the marks, then you're failing. And that gets inside your head, especially if money is tight, because suddenly love looks like something you can't afford. You can love someone deeply, care for them, show up for them every single day. But if you can't drop a stupid amount of money on red roses or overpriced set menus, it feels like you're doing it wrong. Or worse, if you are in a relationship, but your partner just doesn't do Valentine's, maybe they're not thoughtful. Maybe they're distracted. Maybe they're emotionally lazy. Maybe they just don't get it. And instead of it being just another Tuesday, it becomes a spotlight, another reminder of the ways you're not being met, another quiet disappointment you swallow. And you tell yourself you shouldn't care, that it's silly, that it's shallow. But feelings don't work like that. And then there's the other side of it, the one no one really wants to talk about, being single. Because Valentine's Day is ruthless about that. It doesn't just celebrate couples, it frames being alone as a failure. Like, if you're not partnered up, there must be something wrong with you. Like, your worth is directly tied to whether someone has chosen you romantically, which is such a deeply cruel idea. But it's everywhere, in the jokes, in the adverts, in the treat yourself nonsense that still feels like a consolation prize. As if the absence of a relationship needs to be softened with chocolate. And if you've been single for a while, if you're already carrying that quiet worry of, am I lovable? Am I too much? Am I not enough? Valentine's Day pokes at it hard. It tells you this is a thing you don't have. This is a thing everyone else has figured out. This is why you should feel small. And I hate that. I hate that we let a single day convince people they're worthless. Because here's the thing, and this is the bit I really need you to hear. Your value does not come from being in a relationship. It doesn't come from being chosen by someone else. It doesn't come from being desirable in the right way. It doesn't come from being publicly adored. You don't become more real or more valid or more important just because someone calls you their partner. You were already all of those things before anyone else entered the picture. And the idea that romance is the highest form of human connection is such a lie. Because look around. Friendship matters, family matters, community matters. Showing up for people, laughing with them, holding them when things fall apart, making memories that don't look good on Instagram but feel good in your chest. That matters. Going for a walk and actually noticing the world, trees doing their thing, the sky being ridiculous, the fact that your body is carrying you through another day, that matters. Being kind, being curious, being someone who tries, that matters. And none of that disappears just because you're not in love or not in love right now. I think we've narrowed life down too much. Like there is this one golden path we're all meant to be on. Couple up, buy things, perform happiness, tick the boxes. And if you fall off that path, if you're slower or sideways or doing something entirely different, you start to feel like you're behind. But behind what? According to who? There is no scoreboard, despite what Valentine's Day desperately wants you to believe. And I know it's easy to say this and harder to feel it. I know there are nights where being single feels heavy, where you want someone, not because you need them to complete you, but because you're human, and humans want closeness. And that's okay. Wanting intimacy does not make you weak. Wanting love does not make you desperate. But not having it right now does not make you broken. It just means you're living a different chapter, and chapters change. That's the bit Valentine's Day never tells you. It acts like this is the final verdict. Like if you don't have it now, you never will, which is nonsense. Life is long and weird and full of unexpected turns. People meet each other at 30, at 40, at 60. People fall in love after thinking it was done for them. People leave relationships and build better lives alone. People find joy in places they never expected. And none of that is visible in a shop window full of heart shaped balloons. So, yeah, fuck Valentine's Day. Not because love is bad, but because reducing love to a purchase and self worth to a relationship status is damaging. Because it takes something tender and turns it into a measuring stick. And I don't want us measuring ourselves like that anymore. I want us to widen the frame again, to remember that being alive is already a big deal, that waking up, getting through the day, finding small moments of joy is not nothing, that being a good friend, being someone people can rely on, being someone who laughs loudly or listens well or cares deeply, those things count. Even if there isn't a card for them, even if no one is delivering flowers to mark them. So this Valentine's, if you feel angry or sad or numb or just done with it all, that makes sense. You're not bitter. You're not broken. You're reacting to a system that tells people they are only worthy when they are paired up and performing it correctly. And that system deserves to be told to fuck off. We get to define what matters. We get to decide what love looks like in our lives. And sometimes that looks like friendship or family, or quiet contentment, or a really good cup of tea and a night where you don't have to prove anything to anyone. And sometimes it looks like wanting more. Both are allowed. So, yeah, let the shops have their red and pink nonsense. We'll keep the real stuff, the laughter, the care, the showing up. That's not a consolation prize. That's life, and it's already enough.